Grief doesn't come in the 5 stages people often talk about. Divorce is messy, unpredictable, and it hits you in ways that no one ever warns you, and only a few understand. I was sitting through a divorce coaching certification class, listening to the instructor break down these so-called 5 stages of grief. But grief and divorce is like a storm. 1 minute you're pissed, next you're numb. Out of nowhere, you get this nice breeze coming in. Then a song comes in and ruins everything. When on the blink of an eye, you catch yourself checking out some girl's ass, all hypnotized, forgetting your misery, only to have her face pop out of nowhere and you think that you're going nuts. That's why later in this video, I'll be sharing a recording that I've been sitting on for a while. It was made a long time ago, but I never put it out there. Today, however, I think it's appropriate that I release it because we need to understand grief. We need to understand divorce. And we need to understand men. So let's begin and let's start revving that engine. Hey everyone, my name is Rene Garcia and I'm a divorce and recovery coach for men. If you're going through divorce, set up time to speak because you're fighting a very unpredictable war, one that comes in two fronts. My coaching program, it addresses your two fronts, the divorce and the recovery part. In the divorce, we address your options for a strategic, least expensive divorce possible. In the recovery, we begin with your mental and physical well-being, including a fitness baseline so you have something to strive for, and we'll do a self-awareness study, turning your strengths into a superpower. You'll also have 24/7 access to me, along with consultations that they're not time, but rather they're action-focused. We'll be working on upgrading your style, and yes, I'll be getting very involved in your online dating profile pictures because I commit to you that you will be in the top 10% of online daters. By the time we're done, your ex shall be nothing but an afterthought. And this will be nothing but a history lesson. My services are affordable and in perpetuity. So seriously, it's time to get excited about your future for the first time in a very long time because if you're lucky, you just might turn this crisis into an opportunity. In 1969, Elizabeth Kübler-Ross, she published her book, Death and Dying, and it was here that we got the 5 stages of grief. But she was describing stages that patients go through when they were facing their terminal illness. She was describing how they processed death, not their grief. But we try to mold it into what it was not, universal grief. Everyone, we all grieve differently. Some people improperly laugh, others go borderline manic. But there are certain patterns that men go through when getting divorced. So, now that I've teed it off, let's go to my original recording. But be forewarned, forgive the audio. Here are just a few of the stages that guys go through when they're told by their wife that they want a divorce. The blow off, whatever. You're nuts anyways. The pissed off. You want out? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. The I'm sorry. Can we work on this? I need you in my life. I'm not willing to lose you. The I can't believe you're doing this to me face. How could you do this to me? The starting to date phase. Hi, I'm Renee, nice to meet you. Hi Renee, nice to meet you. The I'm regressing phase. I fucking miss her, man. Fucking miss her. The now you're really pissed off phase. What? She wants half my shit? The she'll regret her decision phase. Fuck that. I'm gonna show her that I'm better than her. The dating phase part 2. Hi, I'm Renee, nice to meet you. I know Renee, we met on Bumble last week. And finally the it's over phase. And I wouldn't take her back, and I wouldn't even fuck her if she was naked right now. And you'll get there. Believe me, you'll get there. Now, clearly we are all different, and I'm generalizing here, but it's understandable for you to go through them and know that this is actually a normal thing. Your soon-to-be ex, she just told you that she had it and that she wants out, and you think to yourself, are you nuts? I've been kissing your ass for so long, and you want out? No way this is happening. So rather than denial, your first instinct is, it's really a strange combination of fear and anger. It's almost like you're daring her. But this emotion doesn't really last because reality sets in and all those empty threats, they're not for real. But remember that whatever begins in anger, it ends in shame and you have time to think and begin to second guess what you said. Never mind all the F-bombs that she threw at you because on second thought, maybe, just maybe you were out of line. So you backtrack with your tail between your legs and probably even apologize to her. What you can't figure out is why she's going through with it. I mean, you're in denial now, and one of two things take place. Scenario 1, you become that guy that lives with regret because while you were busting your ass trying to pay the bills, you were too busy overlooking her needs. So now you live in guilt. Guilt was the fact that you took advantage of the situation because you were too tunnel visioned to look outside of your family's needs, and you think, my wife is the most beautiful girl in the world. How could I have let her go? Then you got scenario 2, and that was my scenario during my divorce. In here, rather than live in guilt, you live as I did everything for her. I became her simp, her pussy, and rather than feel guilty, you instead feel like you lost your voice and you became a eunuch, and no girl wants a man without balls. Do they? By the way, for many, this feeling stays. Your ex, she says that she wants an amicable divorce and you feel defeated, but she's being incredibly nice to you. And what happens often is you start confusing kindness with flirtation and you think that you can get her back, but you can't. You're overreaching. Unfortunately, women, they just leave. And that's probably by now where one of my videos may get suggested by YouTube's algorithm. But guess what? Guess what, fellas? YouTube, they already knew that she wanted a divorce even before she knew that she wanted a divorce. That's how good their algorithm is. So that's where you start seeing YouTube recommendations from what us as guys refer to as the manosphere. Well, we're here pissed off at our exes. And we kind of don't have that choice. We have to grow and look at things differently. Here's this quick statistic. According to a study designed by ABO, 64% of women versus 44% of men blame their exes for the divorce regardless of who walked out of the marriage. Now, we know that nearly 90% of women walk out of the marriage. That's mind-numbing to me. Nearly 2/3 of women, they blame the male for this. That's by definition lacking self-awareness. But despite all this, women, they hire divorce coaches at a rate of 3 to 1. So don't think that your ex isn't talking to one. And I tell you this, many of them, I question their approach and their ethics. As you reach out to me, my objective is for you to realize your true potential and to become much more intentional in life, in your divorce, and in understanding what took place. But most important, in realizing that despite all this time that you thought you were working on yourself, you were just scratching the surface. And your testes will begin to descend and grow so much that you swear that you grew a third ball in there, because now you just don't have clarity. You also have confidence. You stop feeling sorry for yourself and make new friends and rekindle old ones. Your personality is a magnetic one. And best of all, your kids, the ones that you said that you were doing it for, they notice it. And because of your energy, they want to be around you more. And your relationship with them doesn't just improve. It goes to hyper gear. Meanwhile, you improve your style, you get more tech savvy, you date with a purpose, settle on your divorce, and for some strange reason, now that you're divorced, it just so happens, not by design, but it just happens that you start bringing in significantly more money. In fact, in a study I did, one of the fastest men's divorce support group on Facebook, nearly 20% of guys said that they brought in 30 to 50% more after their divorce. What happened? Just a year or so ago, you were a broken man, and today your life, it just couldn't be any better. Now you're thriving. Gentlemen, if you're going through a divorce, don't do this alone. Join our Facebook community and make a one-on-one with me. Because this second chance at life, it's just too precious to waste. The link is in the comment section underneath.